There you go, guys. Just gonna make a bit of a video how I'm gonna sturdy up this rod holder. Gave it a bit too much curry, and yeah, she's all bent up, so I'm gonna stiffen this up a bit, see if I can get a bit more life out of it. So I'm gonna start off by center punching these pop rivets, and yeah, that just shot that one out, so I'll keep doing that. So I center punched those, and all the centers seem to come out, so I think all you need to do now is drill those out and it should come out alright. Yeah, so I just taped off the area, hoping to catch a bit of that swarf. I know what sort of grade it is, so yeah, try not to get it all in the boat and contaminate the alloy. So I'm going to start off with a 5mm bit and just work my way through these. So that's spinning, so I might have to grab it with some vice grips at the bottom there. Alright. So managed just to grip the bottom of those with a pair of pliers and drill with a 6mm bit, and that done the job there. So they all look like they're all LE, and that's the bottom there. That's the bit you punch out, and yeah, so they come out easy enough. And yeah, what I'm going to do is try and straighten that out a bit, and because that's pissed now, and I think this is also bent a little bit, so I'll put a backing plate behind that and show you how that's done. Alright guys, so I've taped this up so I don't mark it too much when I'm panel beating it, but I think I'm gonna get it on a flat surface and put a couple of G clamps on there and maybe a mallet, try and straighten it out a bit. I think it's about 4mm alley, so it's not the toughest stuff on earth, and the gunwale's about I think it's about 4mm, 3mm, and that's bent too, and that's from using the electric reel. So yeah, the standard stabby rod holders and gunwales aren't as strong as they look, unfortunately. I think if you wanted them really strong, you'd go straight through here and mount down further, but then yeah, then you've got a big piece of metal blocking your pocket there. So back to the drawing board, but yeah, we'll straighten this out and see how we go. Alright guys, so I've just got the rod holder mounted with a G clamp just to hold it flat, and then I've just been giving it a few love taps around the perimeter to try and get it reasonably flat. Yeah, just because those rivets pulled, and then it sort of leveraged the top, bent it out of shape, and then yeah, sort of bent the gunnel as well. So yeah, we'll try and stiffen this up a bit. Alright, so I managed to get that reasonably level. Seemed to didn't crack it or anything like that, but yeah, they're not as firm as I'd like them to be. If that was stainless, it'd be a lot stronger. So yeah, that's a bit shitty, but what can you do? And then there's a few dingleberries sort of inside the rod holder that I'll smooth back so they don't ruin me grips. Yeah, it'd be nice if that was somehow sort of flush in there, and then the bead was actually around the outside. But I'm no expert, and that rod there is alley inside. That's bent a little bit too. So when that eventually gives, I'll probably put a stainless bolt through there, and yeah, the joys. Alright guys, I'll show you what I've done so far. I've got this bit of poly. It's 12mm thick, So I cut it 180 by 250, so it goes from here to the crease, then that goes up on an angle, so just so I can sandwich that underneath on the underneath the gunnel there. And what I've done is I've had this centre line line up with the centre of the rod holder, so it's evenly dispersed, and then I've just got a cut out I've drawn here for where it'll go around the cup holder, and it will just reinforce either side a little bit. And how I got that measurement is I just made a template out of cardboard and cut it till it fit pretty well. And yeah, so I've got about 50 mil before the cut out there, and 50 there, and about 75 there, so, and about 50 mil there, just to support it from torquing the gunnel. So I've cut this with a circular saw, and I'll cut that out with the jigsaw, and then yeah, I'll show you once I've done that. So I've used this original holes as a template, drilled out the holes, and then cut out this this sort of oblong sort of shape, and yeah, I've just put some bolts through and tied it in place just as a dummy fit to see how well it fits, and how sort of level the surface is. The boat manufacturer keeps telling me how it's you know, handcrafted boats, so you can get imperfections, but you can see here that that's so you can get a better shot. There's a bit of a gap there, nothing too crucial. So in a way I'm just mocking it up to see how I'll sort of glue it in place, and while the glue cures, how it's going to hold in place. So I think I'll just sort of butter it and then mount it up how I've got it now, and let it dry for a few days, and then sandwich the rod holder in there. I might just dummy fit the rod holder while we're here to see how that's sort of going to work. Alright, so I sort of just mocked up fitted this, and so the bolts will be around the other way, but that's bloody a lot solid compared to how it was before. And I mean, the next thing that will go probably be this weld here, but this is just like a interim fix. I'm hoping to get a bit of life out of it. Sort of got caught off guard here with the drag set a bit tight and a big fish on, and sort of, yeah, sort of reefed these two rivets out, and then sort of bend the gunnel a bit this way. So hopefully with that packer and a bit of glue and all tightened down, that thing's rigid, but that's strained it out so it looks presentable now. I mean, I'll have a look at this guy here. See, it does have a bit of a give in those rivets, so that one hasn't had too much of a bashing, but in comparison, that's bloody firm as. So yeah, we'll glue this in place, and we'll do it two parts. We'll glue that backing plate in place, and then I'll let that cure for about a day, and then I'll glue this in place. Alright. So what I've done is I've just put a shitload of Sikaflex on there, and I'll get my glove and spread it all evenly, so it's like a gasket, and yeah, I'll show you once that's done. Alright, so I've buttered that like a biscuit. I guess the main thing you want to do is make sure you've got a good amount around your holes and your perimeters, and around the edges there, because you don't want water getting under there and corroding, salt sitting under there and stuff. So that's the whole idea behind this. Alright, so I've bolted that up, and you can see a good amount of the Sikaflex squeezed out, and down the bottom there too. So now you got the fun part of cleaning all that up. and we'll let that cure for a day or two and then do the top part. Alright. Alright, it's been 24 hours and it looks like it's cured pretty well, so I'll take these temporary bolts out and I'll clean this up, Sikaflex this in. Basically I got what is it, a button head Allen key M6 stainless washer, mudguard washer, and then a nylon spacer there, washer, same size, and then another mudguard, spring washer, and a nylon. I think these are 55mm long button screws, and yeah, we'll hold those in pretty well, I reckon. So you just want to mask off anywhere you don't want Sikaflex, so this shit gets absolutely everywhere, so I've just masked that off, and yeah, I've just masked off a bit of the tube there where I can see it, so I don't get sticker on there. But yeah, other than that, shouldn't be too bad, and I'll run a bead around the edge there. Make sure you clean up your surfaces, and yeah, basically I'll bolt that in place. Alright. So you want to lay a good bead of silicone around the mating surfaces, and then I just use the glove to spread it around evenly so you don't have any air pockets or anything. Alright, and you're pretty much alright to put that in the rod holder and bolt it up. Alright, cheers. So I've kind of skipped ahead here, but literally just pushed it in with the silicone, put an extra bit of Sikaflex in the holes, and then pushed the bolts through, tightened up. Had the fun part of cleaning up with just use some alcohol and on a rag, and got rid of all the excess Sika, and then yeah, basically let that cure, and yeah, no one will really know how much effort went into that to make it a bit stronger, so hopefully that holds up. If not, be swapping these out for those exploding fish rotating rod holders, but thought I'd give these a crack anyway to see how they go. But yeah, all in all, seems pretty tidy job, pretty tough. So that's what it looks like with the hold on, zoom in, with the mud guard washers and button screws, and then that's what looks like the countersink huck rivets, but they're yeah, obviously no good for electric reels. Alright, cheers.